Good morning, Michael Walsh and Roger Norgel here from Norwal Farm. Welcome to our channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and ring the notification bell. And if you would, please leave us a comment and share this video with a friend. It helps our channel. Just got some odds and ends today, catching up on some things. We got our hay baled. They did it while we were away. We're wrapping the bales this morning. We ended up with 47 bales, including the first one. It had some soybean straw in it, but that serves as a plug. And get all these wrapped up and we'll be good to go. And then there's a plug bale in the end, just an old hay bale, dry hay, because this is exposed to the oxygen. So we wrap this in plastic. There's I forget how many layers he told me. Several. Anyway, this keeps it airtight, and the hay tested about 50% moisture, which is ideal for baleage, or it's called baleage. It means baled haylage, hay silage, if you will. But we had really good results with it last year. They really liked it. Last year we didn't have any knives in the baler to cut the stalks up at all. So, and consequently, I think there was more wastage because it was hard for them to chew it off. So I think there's up to 6 knives in the baler that kind of cuts it up. You don't want it real fine because then the bale will fall apart. But they put 4 in this year. So that gives you about I think an 8-inch stem. So we're hopeful for that. And then we're going to make the second and the third cuttings. These sheep and goats here, and dogs, they're due for a paddock change. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave them on that. This is their second day, and their water and minerals down there. I'm just going to leave them there because they won't graze it that much. And you can see they're coming up here. They're ready to change. But I'm going to fence off this section here down to there. We string this out the whole length, and I just step it off. I go 20 steps between those posts, and then once that's out, you take these blue posts, and we step those in between. Probably put 2 in between each of the black ones. That just gives it greater stability, plus it's a visual reminder to the sheep and goats that the fence is there. So we'll get that up, and then we have to shift the fence at the other end. You see the blue post, I put them here. You can adjust the height of the wire. So like that one down there, I put it lower because it's just a little bit higher, and you want that bottom wire fairly low. I found that if it's a little high, the dogs try to crawl under that. Plus it's eye level for the sheep and the goats, so that just works better. So especially on uneven ground, these work really well. These are like a small set of battery cables. It's just one wire. And this is what we use to energize the fence. I know they make remote switches for the fence. You can turn it on and off with your phone. We don't have that yet. We want to get one, but we just don't have it yet. It's actually connected up there to the fence here. The connection's up there. But I'm putting one here. This is where we'll connect onto this fence. And this will energize this section because we have to take it down to get in there. Okay, we've got these blue posts all in, the whole length of this. And the only thing left is I'll just take the connection there. It goes over to that corner post. We'll just take that off and then come directly over here, and I'll have access to this paddock. The Suffolk is a really good breed. And we purchased these. I'd always wanted Suffolks and never had purebreds before, so we got them. And they're great sheep. And we purchased them with the idea of selling breeding stock. But in evaluating our operation here, breeding stock, it's a tough game. You have to get your name out there, and a lot of times you have to show and that type of thing. And you know, the market's just not there. So Jill wanted Suffolk, so we talked it over. So we're gonna let those go to her. And we found that, like I said, the Ile-de-France ewe crossed with the Suffolk ram gives us a really good market lamb, the product we're looking for. So we're going to concentrate on that, because sometimes you can get yourself spread too thin. And so we're going to reduce those, reduce the Dorpers. So we'll be down probably 9 ewes, and then we're going to add the 6 ewe lambs. So overall we'll be down 3 ewes. So that's three less mouths to feed. So hopefully it works well. Open the gate and away they go. They always run the whole perimeter, the dogs do. You can see the other sheep joined in. But this will give them a considerable amount of grazing here. Of course, Leonard, he just hangs out with me. He doesn't get into that nonsense of the flock deal, which is not always good for us. Right, Leonard? So I'm down at the far end, and here's where this fence connects to the power supply. So I will have to connect that fence down there, and then this one to that one to make sure this is all energized. So it'll work out good. They're liking their new paddock. Goats are browsers, and they go for a lot of times the coarser food. That little wether there was eating that nettle, so they will eat nettles. This is lamb's quarter. They like lamb's quarter. But goats are really good for clearing out invasive species. The Dorpers are pretty good browsers as well. Yesterday, some of the Dorpers were eating on the thistles. So, and they like burdock. So they're good at clearing out weeds. This area right here, we sowed some Italian ryegrass and some rapeseed, and it's been nearly 2 months now, so we're gonna let them graze it now. It was actually the driveway or trail where we went down last winter and brought hay bales back, and it looked not as bad as this, but similar. So to help control erosion and to give us some extra feed, we did that here. And then way down there where the pine trees are, there's a strip down there we did. And seems to be working pretty well. It just gives us some extra forage, and it stabilizes the soil. So next year we'll probably do the same thing, because it does get tracked up when you have soft ground in the winter and spring from bringing the hay bales out. But that way it gets it back in production, and it's good for the soil. And you can see Leonard has followed me all the way down here. So he just is my buddy. In the winter, when I adjust the hay and the feeders, he's right in my hip pocket, and he goes right along with me because he knows the hay is fresh, and he hops right up and gets fresh hay as we go. So he's quite the pet. And here's where I connected the fence. So it's connected down there. Because the way it was set up, we set it up down there, and now it's connected down here. I guess I could move it down here, just have both connections here, but we'll leave it this way for now, because another probably 2 days, they're not even going to be in here. We'll have to shift the fence again. So, but this will hold them for a while. They were in this section for a day and a half, so they eat it down pretty well. And then once they're done here, we'll take the field mower and we'll just top this off. Those stems are, mature, and when you lop those off, then that stimulates new vegetative growth, and that's what we want. Sunday, I plan on fencing up to that hill there and come across and down here. Next week, they're supposed to start our permanent fencing. We're going to fence about down where those trees are right there. Come straight across the wetlands, go all the way down to Abbott Drive, and then put divider fences in, make this into 4 different paddocks. because I have to string fence out there right now. We haven't grazed it this season because I thought they were going to be here before now to put the fence up, and I actually tripped on a grapevine and rolled down the hill putting that up. So be glad when they get that in, and then we can rotate this. We got the mower on the tractor, and I topped all the Miller paddocks down there. You know, this grass gets tall and they won't eat that mature grass, so you top it off and that stimulates new growth. So we got our 2 market lambs into the butcher, and very pleased. Live weights, the one weighed 138 pounds and it was 128, and their carcass weight, the 138 pounder was 68.5 pounds, and the 128 pounder was 60.95. So they yielded about 49, almost 50%, which is, I'm pleased with that. Very muscular. The restaurant should be pleased with that. So I think we're on to a good product here. We're going to downsize the Dorpers. The Dorpers, they are ready for market at about 100 pounds. They're just not that big a lamb. And that will meet the need for our private customers, because that'll yield probably about 50 pounds, 40, 50 pound of meat. Whereas the restaurant, they want a 60 to 70 pound carcass, and the Dorpers just won't get that big. So I think we're going to keep 5 or 6 of the Dorpers, and then we've got some really nice Ile-de-France ewe lambs out here. So there's 6, I think, out here, and we're going to keep those for replacements, and then we'll add those to the spring breeding group with the Dorpers. That way we'll have some Ile-de-France and Suffolk cross lambs for the summer to keep supplying the restaurant. But all in all, we're very pleased. Here's Leonard and Snowy. They were bottle babies from last year. They're our buddies. They come up, want to be petted. If you want them to get out of the way, you push on them. They just wag their tail and push back at you that much harder. But they've been good. So they're kind of the farm mascots. They're going to stay here. They'll just be our buddies. The other 10 bottle babies, they're going down the road. So, but these guys will stick around for a while. Thanks for joining us at Norwal Farm.